Shit. I don't remember. Cubicles and Controls, everybody. It is episode 31 or 28, one of those. Who cares?
Yeah, we're not sure.
That's Lloyd. I'm Umair. And it is a fine April 15th, or what is today? 15th?
16th. It's Easter Sunday. It's the 16th.
Oh, April 16th on 2017. Happy Easter, everyone.
Joyous Easter, everyone. So,
anyways, Lloyd, I know you're probably playing the same stuff as last time, but what are you playing right now?
I am currently playing Mass Effect Andromeda and Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm nearly finished with Mass Effect Andromeda. And so I may start Zelda Breath of the Wild soon.
So with Andromeda, you don't think there's a replay value for you? Because I know the other ones you created characters and played like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yes. There's definitely replay value. And I will play it again. I just won't do it immediately because there were some decision points and things that I did during the game with this character that I want to see flip side, different decisions of.
All right.
So yes. And the game, like I said, technical glitches aside, to me, it is one of the best Mass Effects. It feels more like it felt more like one to me.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this last time. So for me, I really enjoyed the game. I spent a lot of time on it. I'm like there's no level cap, and I'm a level 52 or maybe 55, somewhere in there.
With the amount of hours you spent on it, what do you have any takeaways from it from last time? Like, have you appreciated more things about it, or are there problems that you've seen come out of it with that much time under its belt now?
I don't see any problems. Like I said, I've seen some technical glitches, but when I say technical, I just mean a couple animation things that when I reload, it goes back. BioWare released a patch for the crazy eyes glitch that a lot of people were getting, and I noticed it in mine almost immediately. It looked a lot better. So for me, it's a great game, and I hope they expand on this and add more to this game. You know, it feels like it went back to meaningful RPG quests. You know,
Is it me, or does it feel like that they don't talk about the numbers of games that much right now, or they haven't been in the last year? Like how successful a certain game's doing, or if it's considered a flop or whatnot.
Huh.
You think about that? Like, because I remember it used to, even just a little over a year ago, they used to you used to at least get some news if something did really well, if something sold this many thousands or millions of copies over the weekend, or if it performed below expectation. And they really haven't done that about a lot of games recently.
You know what? When you say that, you're right. And to me, I wonder if that has something to do with game sales being down in general. You know, we've had a lot of good games come out at the beginning of the year, especially from a PS4 standpoint. So I think that's doing things. Then you've got, you know, we may talk about this later, but the PlayStation 4, the PS4 Pro's competitor, the Xbox Scorpio,
bring that up.
which is I've known that it's for a while that it's going to be stronger than the PS4 Pro, but I don't know if it's going to matter because Sony has such a commanding lead in user base from a game standpoint. Now, me being me, I'll get one because I have a 4K TV. I have a PS4 Pro hooked up to my 4K TV, and I want my 4K. I can definitely tell the difference in some of these games.
For real?
So,
okay.
Oh yeah, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, even the crispness, the way it looks, man. It's Horizon Zero Dawn on my TV, and you know, versus a friend of mine's who just has 1080p without a PS4 Pro. I can definitely tell the difference. It's still a good looking game, but it's like, I don't know, mine looks closer to, for lack of a better way to put it, like a high end PC rendering, and he's got like a mid range or something.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
All
What are
right.
you doing there?
I didn't follow up on my promise on playing any of those games because I would like to say I don't have time, but I do have time. But I've been scattering a lot of my attention's been elsewhere a lot lately. And a buddy of mine let me borrow Dishonored 2. It feels like a Dishonored patch added or a mission added on to the Dishonored original one.
Rather than
Uh,
filming a new game.
yeah, it doesn't feel like a brand new game, other than they found they took the setting and made it a perspective of the daughter now. Because it's a little bit in the future, and it's the daughter now of the protagonist that you played in the original one.
No, you
And
can also play as the protagonist from the original one in this game
correct,
too.
correct. You can do that too, but the draw of this story is through the daughter's story, and um, and it works really well. I like Dishonored 1. The world that they create in this is a lot more polished. So graphically and stylistically, it's a lot better. But the weapons, all the spells and everything, they work almost identical. They threw on a few extra things, but it doesn't feel like a huge upgrade over the original one. And that's not to say it's a bad game. It's just there's nothing about it that I can really brag about. Like, oh, you definitely need to do this. This is like one of those things like, yeah, borrow it from a friend, or if you find it on like the $20 bin, get it there.
Yeah.
It's good enough. I know it wasn't a commercial success for them, and but it wasn't a failure. But it wasn't like the first one did well, and this one I didn't think it lived up to it.
It just kind of ties into what you said at the beginning, that we're not getting a lot of high sales numbers from a lot of. Oh, although when I think about it, Near Automata, that one game I was talking about, it actually, we got some sales numbers from that, and it's doing really well, so well that the producer of the game was sending a thank you out via all the game outlets. Apparently, that one did really well. I did hear about that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering about these AAA games that have come out. Really haven't heard anything about how they're doing, how they're performing. And also to that point, how did the Switch do? In terms of sales, it's been out for a bit now. Like,
I think I heard something saying that it did pretty well, but I think the driving point to the Switch was Zelda. I mean, you had a lot of people buy Switches and buy Zelda, but you know how it is with the Nintendo console.
yeah, because it's like first in 2 weeks the sales are high, and then immediately it just drops off.
Exactly. Now, if they come out with some serious games, maybe they'll sway me to get one. But like I said, I want to play the Zelda, but I don't want to Switch. If they pull out some
Words.
so if they come out with some stuff, I may switch up and get one. But as of right now,
Yeah, I got that. But yeah, but that's about it. I guess we can switch to Project Scorpio, and um, like my impressions are probably your impressions will probably be on the same page. Yeah, it's more powerful. The tech specs that they've shared and everything are incredibly impressive for a console. But when they put them side by side on a PS Pro, it's just a couple inches over the
yes,
PS4 Pro.
exactly.
So in terms of that, when you look at it, it's like, all right, cool, you got technical power, but nothing so outstanding that it's going to deliver anything significantly different.
Right.
And let's see if they, with that power, if they actually take the extra step on throwing in some extra perks in there into the system, you know. And I don't know what those could be, but maybe seamless Cortana integration.
Yeah. You know, they already went that route. Hopefully, they just focus on the gameplay this time.
But I'm just saying, like, even if they integrated Cortana into the controller, you don't have to have the connect or some bullshit like that.
Right.
Controlling stuff that way, because I use Cortana all the time. It's slow, but I use it all the time. And if they made it a lot more intuitive, and with how awesome Echo and Google Home are doing, if they integrated like a whole home entertainment system, what the original vision was, and take that power on the operating system side and just make an impressive processor to give you that whole experience for home as well. That'd be sweet. On top of like a great specs game system.
True, true. Like I said, we'll see. Now, what's funny is we're approaching summer, and from a game standpoint. So, but I can't think of anything that's coming out that I know about that's, you know, I'm really watching for in the future. I mean, E3 technically, you know, we're halfway through April, so E3 is about a month and a half away.
What is pending? I can't even think of what's pending, because all the stuff we were excited about are pretty much out now.
Yeah, like I can't think of anything unless something.
So like E3 might be all new things, hopefully.
Because it's the first time in a while. Like I can't think of anything in the fall, even summer, that I don't know about. I mean, now what I'm hoping for is that Bethesda is finally gonna, you know, unleash a new Elder Scrolls upon us. It's been long enough for that. Oh, you know what? I just thought of a game too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that one is supposed to be out this year. I think that's
November, right?
That's like the only one I can think about. That yeah.
It's weird to think about that. There's like, because every time we've talked about future games, something like at least a handful have always been slated for future conversation to happen.
Even from did you have anything else from a movie pop culture standpoint?
I actually just came back from Fast and Furious 8. That's what I was getting. Oh, dude. So I never cared for the series until 4. Okay. And 4, I was like, all right, it's kind of cheesy. Because the first few, they tried to be like totally hone in on the whole car culture thing. And once that was dying down, they were like, all right, let's just take action movie route to this. And it got a little absurd. And then 5, it took like it to the next level of just absurdity in almost a really fun, entertaining value. And then 6, 7 were just so freaking fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And it's one thing, you can make a really campy movie and cheesy, over-the-top action movie, and when it's done, you can really mess up the story in a way where you're just like, oh, I just don't give a shit now. Like I was entertained, but I don't give a shit. But like this series it keeps me giving a shit. And
how?
Huh?
It's like how? Because it's like, for me, I'm trying to figure out what twist they made for Dom to turn against his family now.
Well, the thing is, the twist is there, and it works in the movie. In real life, I'd be like, who the hell is this guy? Like, why? What does he think he's doing this for? But they do it so well for the over-the-topness of this movie. This one, like, they just went all out. I thought they did pretty well with 6 and 7, but this one, they're like, all right, we got the budget for this. Let's make it as ridiculous as possible. Let's make a scene of a New York City chase scene, and with people driving through New York City and somehow being able to not hit any pedestrians at all.
Yeah, that would happen.
And the way they do it, You're just like, this is ridiculous, but I'm in it. I'm in it for the ride. And yeah, from beginning to end, I really thought this might be where it plateaus for them. They just took it a step further.
I mean,
I was like,
you heard that movie is the biggest global opening movie ever.
this new one?
It beat Star Wars or
real?
A Force Awakens. Yeah.
Dude, they're unstoppable right now. I really thought this would be like, enough is enough, and it plateaus and it starts tanking from there. They took it a notch up. I was like, this is the most fun one they've done.
Wow.
And it's highly, highly entertaining. Like, you're watching every single minute. You're like, this is crazy. This is insane. Why is this happening? But all right, cool. I'm going with it.
Crazy. Crazy. All right. Well, I guess I'll go see it.
Yeah, you will.
I'd planned on seeing it anyway. What you need to do is get a copy of Ghost Recon Wildlands for PlayStation 4 so you can play with me and my boy.
Dude, I know.
Who are gonna get online after this. Dude, there is so much content in that game. We can play it for a long time. I lie to you not.
We'll catch up in 2 weeks. Hopefully we have some extra news we can think of what happens in the next 2 weeks.
You need to go ahead and gamefly that game. But yes, we will catch up.
All right. Take care.
All right, man.
Later.